and so I opened up what we could have fun and call a bit of insurance. Ultimately a hedge, which is in profit for $1,000. So as the markets go red, not only am I earning fees, I'm also making up for the impermanent losses and more. Now, so markets just crashed. I had to jump on the computer and record this. I know it's a weird thing to be excited about impermanent loss and seeing your positions lose value, but not when you have a short, not when you have a hedge. You can almost see this like an insurance policy. So in today's video, I'm going to explain how you can become a yield farmer, how you can provide liquidity, how you can be a liquidity provider, earn ridiculous fees, and be protected in case something goes wrong. I'm just going to explain kind of my portfolio here. Now, by the way, I do want to build this into $1 million portfolio. I do want to make a series on that. If you'd like to see that, leave it in the comments below. And if you have any questions during this video, just leave it in the comments below. We're going to be creating a lot of content around this. We've been talking about this stuff for 6, 7, 8 months. It just seems no one wants to hear it until the markets are red, but use it as a learning lesson. Even if the markets go green and they stay green, just remember, you always want to protect your capital and protect the downside. And permanent loss is nothing to ultimately fear. You can manage it and you can hedge against it. So let me bring you to this position. I started with $100,000, just shy, but we'll call it 100K in this position here, 20% wide range. And so far over the last 3-4 days, I made $575 in fees. But you could say, but Lucas, you know, if you close this position, you'd be at a loss here due to the nature of a liquidity pool and an impermanent loss. So I would be down $3,248, but because when I opened this position, I said, hey, I want to protect my downside. I want to protect the exposure that I have to ETH here. And so I opened up what we could have fun and call a bit of insurance. Ultimately a hedge, which is in profit for $1,000. So as the markets go red, not only am I earning fees, I'm also making up for the impermanent losses and more. Now we do have a prompt. We're creating some really awesome prompts, and I want to be able to give these away. So if you do want to see this, maybe just leave like hedging prompt. I'm happy to hand over the prompts, but basically within the prompt, you're going to make a few edits, but you're going to say, hey, this is the LP I'm entering. This is the range. If I get pushed out the bottom of my range, what is my impermanent loss going to be? What are my losses going to be? And then you're going to set up a hedge. Now I'm using GMX because I'm over here on base, but you could use Jupiter. You could even use Aave. And I don't want to make this video 2 hours long, but if you'd like to see a step-by-step on like using Aave or GMX, I'm happy to do that for you. We actually have, if you head on over to the DeFi quest, if you are in the UIG, please check these out and study it. But you can go over to bearish and neutral strategies and you can see a lot of different strategies that we use to hedge out the risk. So this is just one of them that I'm showing you. But again, if I wanted to, I could simply close out this position, earn my $575 in earned fees, and take my $3,994 as of the second, maybe minus, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50 bucks, maybe sometimes more in fees depending how much leverage you're taking. But the point is, I'm more than protected to the downside. Now I will answer the question and the elephant in the room, what if prices shoot up? And I'll get to that in a second, but I just want to close out this thought here. So again, I could close out this position. You can see that I opened the short at $3,018. By the way, it's just a few clicks of the button to set this stuff up. And I could take the profits of that short, re-inject into here, which would bring me back over my $100,000 of capital. It would actually bring me to like 100 and actually, what would it bring me to? 96635. Let me know in the comments if this is making sense. Plus 3940. Yeah, it would bring me to 575, even more, because I entered it with 99800 basically, but just call it, $500, $600 of profit from the short plus $575 in fees. How awesome is that? Now in this position, and it's why I hit record, I saw the prices dropped. I did snuggle rebalance. I entered this with 99300. So I snuggle rebalanced. I took the profits from my short because I have a short open. I have a hedge open for every position I'm in. I took profit and I don't know why I did what I did, but I'm just shy of $800, and that was just a click of a button mistake because my short was more than profitable. So I have to take another, I don't know, $600 or so, and I'll be back to where I started. My short was around $300 more profitable than I actually lost in permanent loss, and I still haven't taken. I had around $1,200 in fees. I haven't taken that and added it. In fact, and I'll be showing you in this series, if you want to see it, how I take my fees, and I'll be building a Bitcoin treasury. So I am hedged out against the risk while earning pure cash flow and building building a Bitcoin treasury with that. Now, I would like to scale this to where like every single month I'm able to just buy a Bitcoin, add it to my treasury while remaining fully hedged. Now, you may be thinking, well, what if things skyrocket and I'm sleeping? What if I miss it? Now my short is going to be losing my money. And you are absolutely right. You can think of this as, in a way, you're just taking a bit of a policy out against, what if the prices do go down? But you can set a stop loss. And again, our prompt will let you know where to put your stop loss. So as you can see, I was willing to see no more than a 2% loss or a $2,000 loss on my 100K. So I can set a stop loss for that. Now, by the way, when you actually do the math on this, that's 2%. This isn't really accurate. The loss would be much, much less because again, remember, your pool value is also shooting up. So you can set this tighter. Again, if you want, and you can say, hey, I'm only willing to take a 1% hit or even a 0.5% hit, and you can set a stop loss for it. But again, when the markets are really choppy and uncertain and like a lot of red in the markets, I want to keep earning cash flow. I'm a cash flow investor. Now, we call this a DeFi business. We don't call this passive income. It's much more passive than a full-time job. So you could call it that if you want, but we call it DeFi as a business for a reason. You are running a business. And so I show up every day for 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, manage my positions. Tonight I got excited because I saw on DeFi Buddy, which by the way, actually do let me know in the comments if you'd like our hedging calculator. It should be out by the time this video is released. You'll be able to actually simulate your position in DeFi Buddy, which you can already do. But then you'll be able to say, hey, if I enter this position, what is how much impermanent loss could I see? And then you can hedge your position. And instead of using, prompts and having to use ChatGPT, our tool will do it for you. And you'll know exactly in this instance how much dollar value of ETH you want to hedge. So in case you do drop out the bottom of your range, you'll actually be profitable not only with the fees, but you'll be slightly profitable with the hedge. And think about how cool that is. When the markets drop, you're literally making more money than the market's just trading sideways. That's exciting to me. So we are designing a tool that'll do it for you. And by the time this video is released, the tool's probably out. So maybe just let me know, like hedging calculator below. We'll send you the direct link. It is free. We just want you winning the game. So with all that said, I'm going to close out today's video with that. If you'd like to see any in-depth videos on anything at all, how to calculate the hedge, how to enter a position, how to set a range, how to use GMX. Like I'll go on GMX and I'll actually open a short and close it for you so you can actually see how it works. Anything you want, do let us know in the comments. This channel is for you. And if you want to remain profitable no matter what the markets are doing and you want strategies for sideways markets and bullish markets and bearish markets, there's always a strategy. There's always a way to be profitable. And the more tools you have in your tool belt, the better you'll be at this game. So if you are in the UIG, definitely study them. If you're not in the UIG, it's literally a coffee per day, probably the best investment you can make, and these skills will compound over a lifetime if you take it seriously. So do check it out. We'll have a link below. And finally, if you haven't picked up a copy of our new book, all sales do go to charity. That is how bad, like literally we set launch prices on this and I'm like, yo, we don't make any money off the book. So get one, study it. I don't care if you read it, study it, and then give it to someone else and it gets handed down 20 times. I don't care. Buy it, take photos, and send the photos to all your friends so they don't have to buy a book. But I want you to study this and take it seriously. This is an opportunity of a lifetime and I 100% stand behind that, and this space will only get bigger. With all that said, I'm gonna get out of here. If you did like this video, give it a like, subscribe to this channel. The more likes and the more comments we get, the more we know this content is resonating and the more content like it will create. So help support us. And with that said, I'm gonna get out of here. Happy yield farming. Peace.